Hey, what's up everybody? It's Whitney. I just want a quick shout out and get you guys some information on those two graphs I shared and some of the stats we just ran. So as you know, we run the stats on 6 major categories every single Wednesday. And right now there were two graphs that I posted earlier that I want to describe on. So the number of pending sales, that's the biggest one we're seeing that's having the most influence on our market right now. The amount of properties going into escrow, going under contract has just been obliterated, right? So think about 70, 75, 80 homes going under contract per week last year, even first quarter. That's down to high 20s, low 30s. So the number of actual pendings is cut in half right now. And that makes a big difference in the market because you have this supply that's also kind of ballooned and gotten fat over the last 6-8 months. And the number of pendings are not chipping it away. What that tells me is the number of sellers that are not understanding where the market is today is still pretty large. And in order for these properties to move, they've got to get to an agreement from the buyers on where they see these prices at. The interest rates aren't the same, the property insurance is not the same, and the buyers aren't biting on them. That's number one. Number two, days on market. It's absolutely skyrocketed in my newest stats release. I'm going to drop this graph right here so you can see it. And that's real data. That's coming from this week. Well, the problem with that is as these homes sit on the market, they're eventually going to bring in lower numbers than they could if they were released right at the right price. So sellers, if you're listening out there, take a little more time to interview the right agent, make sure you're pricing your property appropriately, and not just have an agent that's going to be a yes man and do exactly what you want, because you need somebody that really knows what's going on, studies these things every week, has the real good pulse on what's happening out there in the market. So the amount of new properties coming to the market also not going up. So all these buyers thinking that they're going to see more inventory, see more action. It's not happening. Sellers aren't putting them on the market. We think it's because they don't want to then have to repurchase at this new interest rate level. So in order for these buyers to make make up some room here, these current homes that are sitting probably have to come down in price. So we need price reductions to go up. As to what's going to happen in this next year, honestly, I think there's a little bit of a fluke of people thinking that this huge migration is going to continue. My theory is everybody that came or was going to come in the next 5 years, COVID was a huge catalyst. They all came and they're all here now. So if you're expecting, let's just use round numbers, 1,000 people a year from out of state or out of country, I think all those people already came. So I think the usual migration patterns that we may have seen in 2018 and 2019, I think that number is going to come in even lower than usual. So I think our pending sales for 23 are going to be low. I think we're set to see maybe a 30% drop in potentially what we're used to even in a normal 2018-19 number. So it's going to be interesting. I don't like to predict anything because this market has been freaking wild. But I can promise you I'm here to look at these stats every week. My job is to translate these and get this information to you on a weekly basis. So as always, if you need me, you know how to get a hold of me. Send me a direct message, send me an email, give me a call, drop me a text. I'm always here for you, and we'll be working. So let us know if you need help.